Our guest speaker today, first of all, apologies for delaying you, but you know, it all comes with innovation, especially in a low resource setting like Uganda, and that you know, time management is one of our challenges. But nonetheless, we have quite a good number here, as you can see. So we shall be able to kickstart from there. So once again, you're most welcome to this platform. As much as you came earlier than each one of us, it shows a lot of commitment to what you do. So let's give him flowers for that. So our members here could be wondering, who are you? Yeah. Of course, they have seen that you're a director somewhere, you're a CEO, a COO somewhere. So they need to know, who are you? Who is Mr. Duncan Aturinda?
Okay, thank you very much. Again, I'm glad to be here.
Okay.
This is the space I love most because dealing with the young minds, young entrepreneurs, you're the future. So, and I want to be associated with the future. Like he said, my name is Duncan Aturinda, born of Mbarara. I grew up here, studied from here.
Okay. I
wear very many hats, but for today, for the interest of today, I'll talk about Third Space. Third Space, it's a company that we formed 3 friends, different backgrounds, but basically it's a company that looks at solving the current problems you have as entrepreneurs.
Okay.
How do you guys go out and make innovations, ideate, come up with very good ideas. But the biggest challenge, I'm sure all of you, is how to monetize these items. So in that, for me, we got an idea, and that's our strength, because we have the 3 of us. One is called Martin, another one is Richard. We have wealth experience in distribution, logistics. We've started up companies, we've managed big companies, big brands in this country. The level of managing director, commercial director, marketing director. So we come with a wealth of experience that we feel the young talent can tap into. So that's why Third Space came into existence. So we work on, it has 3 arms. We have business development, where we try to make sure that we work with you from your idea up to the level where you go to the market. We also have some tech innovation. We create even the word Third Space. We have 3 spaces. The first space is home. The second space is work, your workspace. So the third space is a place where you come and innovate, ideate, think, and create. So, we have an office on platform Kokonjeru Road, where we run a few activations with the young teams. We also run a STEM program, which is an online program. We collaborate with the School of Quantum AI in the US, where we are developing a program for the IT, a digital program for the IT students. The program starts from K classes like nursery up to senior 6, up to going to university.
Okay.
So in the line of cybersecurity, AI, and robotics. So it's one of the areas that we are going to. We thought of this idea looking at the competition that is in this country. All of you, whatever you're doing, you're trying to create things. But from what our foundation? So the young teams or the young people now have a chance to learn from nursery. You can imagine someone start thinking or playing with robotics at a level of P1 or nursery. By the time this person is in S6, actually they'll be creating big stuff. And we are the people to help them. We're not the only people. There are other companies that are doing the same, but also playing the same space. So today, I think I'm here to talk about the opportunities of the digital innovations in Uganda, specifically for the future.
Okay.
I think that's a discussion we want to have today.
Okay.
And I think I've talked about my background specifically on third space. Beyond that, we run a farm. I think that's what had been posted, called Ranger Agrotourism and a demonstration farm, about 12 kilometers from here on Masaka Road, where I'm the director and in charge of partnerships and innovations. So again, we are working with very many other companies on helping. One of our partners is MUST.
Bio University of Science and Technology.
Yes, is our. We also work with MasterCard. We work with ABI. We work with the government of Uganda.
Okay.
We're working with most institutions in Bara, schools, other universities, BSU, and TVETs, where we're trying to help young people and skill them. You see, most of these universities or institutions, they're teaching theoretical subjects. So the farm is a place where we're encouraging people to come and experience real work. Hands-on experience. All things you're creating here, we're encouraging you to, we're giving space. Right now I have a student who is testing a solar stove. We have a team that did kinetic, how to harness kinetic energy to form into a renewable energy. So we do quite a lot of space for young people to come and try out. Also, we give you a platform, your entry to the market. So again, we bring you farmers. If you have any innovation, we can create actually a platform for you to interface with the community.
Okay.
Yep.
Variety of acumen in the different sectors. I can see you said you're a man of many things. Yeah, they say jack of, but I just hope, you know, when they say that that's someone who tackles very many things but doesn't achieve any. But now for you, different. You so intentional about what you do and you actually make it happen. You know the sectors you tackle. So here we normally have what we call an informal talk. Yeah, because we want to go beyond what we have in class, the theoretical bit of it. And I'm so happy that you're so much vested in giving the hands-on experience and talks. And I would be glad actually if one day we took a visit to your farm so that we can have it de novo. Yeah, so our colleagues here will be bringing questions later on from your talk and from your experience, so they get to know what are some of the intricacies, that are surrounding what they are doing and how can they overcome it so that they be able to succeed and make their ventures move a step forward. So I realize you have too much experience in digital innovations as part of your role in the different ventures you're handling, but then we know that internet reliability and cost remain issues, especially outside Kampala, case in scenario Mbarara. So what practical innovations or business models have you seen succeed because maybe they have accounted for some of these infrastructure challenges in Uganda, given the fact that Uganda is also a low resource setting?
Thank you very much. Now, when it comes to internet penetration, like I said, the future is in tech and internet. Where we're going, everything is going to be basically internet-based.
Digitalized.
Smart homes, all your apps. I'm sure a majority of you are developing apps with AI, and all of them, definitely they will need stable connectivity.
Okay.
And I think as the government of Uganda, it is investing heavily in that space. I would tell you that we've received, I think, a couple of months ago, we received another telecom company called Paxtel. I don't know whether you've heard about it. Paxtel. It's called Hamilton. The group is called Hamilton Telecom.
Yeah, I've heard about Hamilton Telecom.
But you can Google, it's called Paxtel, and it so happened that Third Space got an opportunity to be the distributor of Paxtel in this region, Western region.
Southwestern Uganda.
Yes.
Oh,
so what does that mean? Again, it shows you our strategy on how we can support the innovation. We're running a hub, definitely What does that mean? That is going to help us to lobby more. We are now closer to a player. It's hard to tell MTN that you want a certain product because you're a small group. But at our level now, we can say, in the West, this is what we're trying to. And trust me, at our level, we can negotiate and have certain products serve this community. The future we're going, we're looking at agri-tail, where now and through your innovations, majority of the things, think through of a farmer in at home, your dad, your mom. We've been doing the normal cultivation, but with now the technology, there are technologies that are coming up that we will develop apps and sensors that will tell you the type of to identify diseases in your banana plantation, in your tomatoes, in the plants you're growing. We're also going to be in position to test with sensors the soil, the moist content in your soil. There are people using irrigation.
Using sensors?
Yeah, sensors. And guess what? Your team at Must, that's the area we're pushing them to do. Because this is what a farmer needs. I don't want to, number one, water is limited. So my plant needs, at what point should it be receiving that water? So there's a lot of wastage right now. You know, these sprinklers, they're throwing water all over the place. But with the new technology, it will sense that plant B needs a little bit. So the sensor will drop more water on that specific plant to conserve the little water you have. What does that mean? Now, it works with the government programs on internet access. You know, they've realized that even in the rural areas, there's need for internet because of the need for the drones and the smart agriculture technologies that young people are developing. The reason why you realized now, I think most places now, they have 4G because that's the minimum most of these technologies. And that is what informs government to bring in these technologies. There must be someone on the ground must actually justify that this technology is needed. That's why we need. And we're picking this information from the boardrooms of the telecom.
Okay.
So the demand, or you guys, the innovations you're doing right now, informs of the service providers the importance of providing specific products into specific areas.
Okay.
Before, there was nothing. So there was no communication. But right now, I can guarantee you that the investment that is being talked about in the boardrooms is for the availability of stable and better internet connection to the rural areas.
Okay.
Because the demand is
there.
Okay.
So you talked about the use of sensors to actually test the different parameters in the soil before you can actually cultivate in it. Because many a time we guess. You know, you just plant, you buy your land as a young innovator. You don't even have the money to start with. But the little money you get, maybe there are these real estate vendors that normally sell the land. So you get interested and use your money and then buy a plot of land. And you would want to start venturing in agriculture. But I think that is going to be very important in a way that you're going to be more intentional and targeted because you don't want to waste the little resources you have without knowing what the parameters that soil is actually possessing. And it also reminds me of a colleague actually who was a student at Must. I think my colleague here, Wesley Kambali, is familiar with him. He innovated a platform, I think it was an app or a system that used to test soil for pH, to know which kind of pH does this soil have. It was called a soil app. So that you get to know if it is basic, so you be able to know which plant to plant there. If it is acidic, you also get to know what you actually can plant there. So that is quite a good innovation, I should say. So you seem to be a gentleman of many successes, and I wonder, could there be a specific example of a failure or a setback that you could have experienced or witnessed in your journey that you'd like to share with us, and how you overcame it, so that maybe we could also borrow a leaf, especially some of us who are looking forward to venturing more into the agricultural sector and also digitizing it moving forward?
Very true. Any entrepreneur, number one, never fail to make a mistake. And number two, every business, you'll be very lucky from experience. You will start a business and it will fail. The problem is not the business failing. The problem is you not picking lessons why the business
It's fading.
all of us, I'm sure we all have, we've seen our brothers, our young brothers, or for those who have families, the first steps your kids take, they'll, the first 1 week, stand up, fall, stand up, fall. But it's the issue of the persistence and identifying what were the causes of my business failure. Because you must draw lessons. The failure is actually okay. It's good to start a business. The success rate for most of businesses, I'm sure it's never 20% and above.
But that's at a start.
And it's okay. By the way, any business you start, there's no guarantee that it's going to. And I want you to take it from me that it's okay, it's normal. Start and you. But number one, never give up.
Yeah.
You don't give up. Two, you must understand what were the reasons. Was it poor management? Was it lack of funds? Was it poor planning? So you must understand, because if you don't get the lessons, it means every time you start, you will fail. I'm sure you've listened to 1,000 people who have told you their business stories. All the people you're seeing right now who are successful, everyone has a story behind. One of the business I'll tell you that I started and failed was it was a distribution business. I was a guru in the distribution business, but I started one and it failed. But later I knew that I was dealing in a wrong product. So I had to, and you have to make a decision at that point. You could be trying to sell something to the wrong people. It will fail. So again, one of the things I would encourage you is go for mentorship. If you are to start a business, look for a mentor. Someone who has been in that business for long enough. That person is going to save you 80% of your problems. Two, make a research. You see, you'll see someone selling water and you see, I can also sell water. I can even make my own bottle.
Yes.
What a facility is.
The whole concept is first do your research. Who are your clientele? Which person are you targeting? What resources do you need? The water business, maybe you might need $1 billion shillings to start. Or maybe you might need, there's a better way. But if you talk to someone who has done this, he's going to tell you what he went through. So mentorship at your level is very key. Research, very critical for any of your product. Because let me be honest with you, whatever you're doing, you're not the first person. 1,000 people, even 1 million people have done it. Maybe 10% have succeeded. So talk to the 10%, one of the 10% people who has succeeded. It's going to cut about 80% of your issues. So either you make a decision that that's not a good area for me, or you can change the course. If you wanted to take a premium, maybe now you understand that the market in Mbarara actually is not premium. But it's through the discussion of the mentor and the research that you make that is going to help you. Maybe the bottle, the size of the bottle alone can be a problem for your product. Your entry to market, you could be targeting a wrong clientele. When the product is perfect, but you're targeting wrong people. You could be using a wrong channel. There are products that you don't have to sell by yourself. You can go through distribution. You can go through, specialized people. There's a lot, but now that is again picked from research and the mentor, someone that is going to guide you on where, because he has failed maybe 15 times. So now that's why I'm saying the current entrepreneurs, you're extremely lucky. Number one, you have people who are willing to share their experiences for free. You have people who are willing to mentor you if you want. But again, you have technology. You guys, you're so blessed that the technology, if you use it well, it will guide you on where to go. That would be.
Wow, thank you so much. It's deep and very interesting. So, what we are going to do, first of all, I'm so happy to see Chief. Gentleman is called Chief Narishas. I completed my undergraduate with him and Pius. So it's nice to have you guys here. I'll ask one question today, and then I'll let you guys ask, such that we reduce on the time. So you mentioned early the different things that you are doing, and you related to many of us here who are doing chicken, then you are doing a pharmaceutical product, you are in IT, you are doing this. And it takes me back to the people we look up to. At least I know there are some crazy people like me here who look up to people like Bill Gates, people like Mark Zuckerberg, people like Elon Musk, you know. And they have one trait which I think is an issue. For us, we don't actually appreciate is that they tend to focus on a specific thing, and then they ensure that it comes through. Then I think from there they can think about something else. But there's something that says that where you focus is where your energy goes in. And imagine you are doing 5 things at the same time. It's clear that you are going to redistribute your energy. You're not going to be able to be as efficient as you are supposed to be. I don't know how you have been able to maneuver through that, but something really tells me that one of the reasons why we fail so much in Uganda is that we are never focused on one thing. You do very many things at the same time, and you end up, you chase very many things and end up getting none. Okay? So you are working here again, you know. So if you have been able to maneuver, how have you done it? And what's your take on that? Do you think I'm right?
You're extremely right. All these things comes with experience. I'll tell you, my original profession, I was a banker.
A banker.
Yeah. So, and I think, like tell you, I wear many caps. I also run a financial company.
You also run a financial company.
So what happens is all these things come with yes, and it comes with passion. You can never succeed in anything if you don't have passion. Don't do things because so and so is doing it. There's that conviction. You must love what you're doing. Okay? Where we started from, for us after uni, you guys are lucky. I keep telling you that this generation, you should be doing 5 times what the 5 generations behind you. From uni, strictly, you had to look for job. You must be employed. Why? Because that time, it was the only way to be trained. So the reason we used to look for jobs was basically to be skilled. All the skills I got in my life, I didn't pay for any. My companies would take me to the best schools. They would train us, which currently most companies are not doing, because they believed in training. They would train you as an accountant, they train you as a salesperson, because if you have to run a business, you must know 360, which actually of late, that's the disadvantage. But some of these things you can teach yourself. You can't be an innovator and you don't know sales. You cannot be an innovator and you don't know accounts, because you're the one to look for the funds. You must understand how business is run. There are very many business schools. The business school, what they're teaching you is how to manage procurement. You must know that if I'm having this product, what is the value chain? How long does it take for me to source the ingredients? And of how much do I keep for the production period? If I'm to sell, how much do I keep in stock versus my market? So these are things you must learn. If you are a doctor, you must learn accounting. Because you'll get an accountant. Yes, he'll do things, but do you understand what he's telling you? I'm sure there's a course for non-accountant. But you must know how you're going to raise money and how you're going to treat taxes. These things, I'm telling you guys, us we used to do a full course. You enroll, do 9 months, but now you can study this on YouTube. You can have a summary in less than a short time. So that's why we're in position to do a lot of things.
Okay.
But doing them comes with experience, and you build it over a period of time. In the initial, I'm speaking now from a person at my level where I can run, and none of those things, I'm running them on top. I'm not in day to day. So in every business, there are people who are running this business. Again, you must put systems in whatever you're doing. Let it be production, any venture, any business you start, you must create systems.
I think you need to amplify that a bit more, because I understand it's a very serious concept of building systems, and probably and thank you so much for answering that, because sorry, at the end of the day, the only way, like you are saying, to run all these businesses is to have systems. So maybe you can take us through how me as a student, some are students, some are working for companies which demand a lot. So the question is, how do I build a system that enables me to manage and run businesses even when I'm not there physically?
Thank you. Now, again, that's for me the reason why we're having this discussion. So you must talk to people who have gone through the same. Again, I've told you third space, that's what we do. We build systems. So you can come and say, this is what I'm starting, and this is what I want to do. We will sit down with you. If you are to make a product, I'll know from all angles of a company, things that you need to pay attention to. There are 3 lines. You'll have production. That's a whole big system, from procurement of the raw materials, storage, production, the line is out, route to market. So we'll take you through what are the controls that you need, how many people you need to employ in the system, whether you're doing it manually or systems has nothing to do, by the way, with mechanization. It is how we draw a system for you on a chart to know that who does the purchases and what informs you to purchase 1 ton, not 5 tons. Everything is scientific.
So I know maybe that is your business value proposition, but for our benefit here, where do I start from to build such kinds of a system?
No, that's what I was telling you. You must go to get a mentor, someone who has the capacity to tell you, because you must learn it. And someone, you don't build systems in air. That person, you must sit down and explain your processes. How do I manufacture this? So that you'll sit down with someone who will design the system for you up to when this product gets out to the market. Beyond the market, even the system, how do you control the market? How do you know that this product does not expire on a shelf of a pharmacy after there's a return policy? Then they'll bring back. It's a new product, you must do advertising. So you'll first lose money by selling these things. They go to the market, but there's no advertisement, there's no push for this product. After 6 months, half of your product comes back. So the system will be, even at the point of sale, what agreement did you do with your suppliers? Was there a return policy?
Okay.
Yes or no? So if you have a product, something we can do for free now.
Okay.
But we can take you through the entire process. Then we map it, then you document it. Why it is important to document, you must go and talk to the team. whatever we develop is not for you, it's for your staff.
Yeah.
And you develop it as a culture and value.
So that it can outlive you.
Exactly.
Wow.
Then two, at your age, it might be still hard. I think the other question was, how do you manage, managing your businesses when you're still? Again, you don't put hands off on your business. I'll talk about the issue of time. It's one of the things we were taught when we started working. Time in life is very critical. Time is money.
Yeah.
Remember I told you I had 30 minutes here? They're gone. There's another team waiting for me. Number one, we must value time. If I have a job of 8 to 5, it means I'll spend 2 hours before I go in my business. You're looking at what they did yesterday. So again, when I told you that you must understand your business, there's what we call reporting. They will send you reports, the sales team, whoever is doing, all of them, everyone is going to tell you what they did today.
Yep.
You might get home when you are so, wake up at 5. Before you go to work, spend 2 hours looking at your business. Okay? Then if I've reviewed my business, I'll have 3 talking points. So the call I'm going to make is not how are you, how was the day? No. I'm calling you, yesterday your sales dropped by 50%. What happened?
Point.
So you're calling for actionable things. Why? Because you have the report and you went through it. So the salesman knows that actually the boss is aware that our sales dropped by. So your communication should be specific. If you design reports, what are the reports for? They are things to give you a snapshot of your business. In the evening, that's when you, after your 8 to 5 work, spend another 3 hours. Now that's when you are meeting the team or whoever, or maybe you go to your place. Remember already you have the information of yesterday. You don't have to wait for the meeting in the evening. So now you action quickly. Time is money. So you've told people what you expect of them to do. So in the evening, the meetings is you're reviewing your business, but also what did they do?
Okay.
So you keep tab of your business even when you're not. Reports. These reports were not designed for the sake of I'm giving you, no. So again, as an entrepreneur, one of the things you must understand is how your business is run. You must understand your business for you to be in position to prepare it. You must know the numbers. What do you need?
You must understand.
You must
the
understand
business.
the business.
I
If you
think-
don't,
I think that is a deep thing. Understand. You know, when someone says understanding, they may just take it, but you must know the nitty-gritties. Sharon was here telling us the numbers. Even if it's 500 Ugandan shillings, you need to know. Thank you so much. I would love to see how many people have questions today. Guys, put up your hands such that I can know, and then we proceed. 1, 2. I don't know how many you can allow us. We have around 5.
Five is, I mean,
Oh, yeah, we have 5 hands.
I've
up.
just told the other guys I'll be late 15
Thank you
minutes.
so much. We really
because I
appreciate
think
it.
this is for me the conversation.
Yes.
We can always.
So before I even take the thing away from you, at the back of my mind, sometimes when these Wesleys are talking,
they take people.
these Brittany's and everyone here speaking AI, what, blah, blah. Sometimes I think they're overhyping the thing.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, some of the things they say that AI will do. You know, when AI came, there are things they said by now would be our way. But they are not. Okay? So, you know, there's always a bubble sometimes. So, how cautious should we be with this whole notion of AI and what and blah, blah? Like, sometimes I just have this feeling that we may be overdoing it. We may be overpraising the AI. Like someone just said recently that, no, like the statement Elon Musk just made. In 5 years from now, there will be no need for doctors. You know, that's
And that is a say-
and people are
sensitive
studying
question.
medicine year one. They are just coming to universities to study. Someone once said, I think it was the Nvidia CEO, Jensen Huang, who was saying that there is no need for you to study software engineering anymore. You know, there is no room now for programmers. For programmers, because now the things you are doing, anyone can do. You get the point? And yet, each and every year, universities in Uganda keep on bringing the Britannies on board. Every year, I don't know how many students it brings in some of these fields. You know, even in fields which, for example, procurement. I'm not downplaying it, but if AI was to take such roles, procurement would be one of the first things. Like those systems and, you know, all those things. So, don't you think, you inclusive, you are overhyping this whole thing?
Quickly, it's not overhyping, actually it's a reality. Right now, you see, we are still in third world country, okay? How many of you are using paid AI or any paid app? Okay? You understand? Now, the infrastructure here, even the speeds of our internet, are not all that good to help us. But I'll be honest with you, there's an NI for anything I want to be drafted for the lawyer, any agreement. Or they could, you know, the agreements that are 500 pages.
Yes.
But now I can tell you there's an AI paid for that I'll put in 5 minutes to give me a summary of that. I would have paid a lot of money to a lawyer who will not even give it to me the next 1 month.
Isn't that risky? Because 500 pages, first of all, you are not going to read them. You
Exactly.
tell it to make it, but you won't read it. What if you make a mistake and you don't know? Because we have seen AI, these models here sometimes.
That's what I'm saying, the models that are not paid for. You know, we're using the free ones. But now AI, every day, it keeps learning. Every day. It keeps getting better. And by it's us who, every time I put in something, someone else, it keeps getting better. The future is we must learn how to use the AI. That's a skill all of us must learn.
How to prompt.
How to use AI to get what you need. Then too, AI is not 100%. So again, it's not about to take our jobs, mostly here in Uganda, but again, let's not be comfortable. You talked about universities churning out all those people. Tell me, what are those people doing right now?
Using AI.
No, I'm saying, even if you use, what are they? Aren't they unemployed?
Most of them are unemployed.
So my advice to the young people is look for something that you can do that is going to generate income for you. Whether you are going to use that AI to design things people need. You understand? Use AI if you are going to develop a product that people are going to pay for the product, well and good. Design an app using AI that is going to make people's lives. So the concept is, the problem is not AI. The problem is, what are you doing, you as an individual, to take advantage of the technology to make money? I think for me, that's the question I'll leave. Use the innovations that have been done by other people to generate. AI helps you to analyze and make data easy for you, but it does not give you a solution. The solution is for you from that information. What did you make of that information to make a decision? For instance, Canvas. You remember before giving someone to design for you an advert. You know how much money they would make you?
A lot.
Right now, I can process everything I want without going through a graphic designer. You understand? I can write a business proposal without going through a consultant.
But one thing I don't understand with graphic designers is that their prices are still just going high. I don't know why. Because
Yes, they have a competitor.
yes, I mean, I can sometimes.
Let me help you on that.
Yes.
Do you know competition? Because you are still going to them to give them work. If you reduced that work, they will drop the law of supply and demand. The reason they are charging you high, they have a lot of work. But if you started now, You don't need to be a graphic designer.
Yeah.
You need to know how to use AI to design for you, and guess what? You'll make more money like him. So I think for me the concept is AI is not bad. We need to learn how to use AI to generate. But again, remember what I said, passion. You must be passionate about that specific.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, once again, I am Emmanuel, and I'm dealing in medical diagnostics. And so sometimes we tend to team up together to open up a company with a friend who is dealing with in something close to what you are dealing in. So in your opening remarks, you talked about founding some company with the 3 of your friends. So my question is how it's like that company is flourishing. So how did you do it that you are still together in the company? And I don't know whether you have broken or not, but yeah. So how have you kept together? And then the other is you also talked about dealing in sensors, biosensors. One of the main challenges I'm facing now is sourcing electrodes. The only company I found is in China, and it's a bit hard. I don't know whether you could advise me or like any place within Uganda where I can easily find electrodes, carbon electrodes. Yeah, thank you so much.
One, looking for money. I think it's every entrepreneur's challenge. But guess what? The money is available, and a lot,
Yeah, I agree.
quite a lot. It's how are you looking for?
The money. And
So
where?
there are very many skill sets, and I say this comes with experience. All of us are strong in certain, again, the concept of whom are you teaming up with. So when you're teaming up, look at the resource that you need. You might find all of you guys are doing the same thing. You're all biotechnical people. So now in your thing, we're going to see what is our critical. One, I've seen you need someone for logistics. You need someone for finance. Right, number one, to write grants. You're in an area I can bet where if you did a lot of grants, there are many people who can fund your project.
Yeah, they want some.
But you must know how to. What are you solving? So and then two, that person doesn't have to be your partner or what. Outsource. Guys, in all your businesses, learn to outsource the expertise you need to help your company. But again, it starts from what is your strategy for your company? You must sit down. You know, people have retreats and all these things they think are for free. Sit down and think, what are you envisioning your company the next 5 years? So you must have a strategic plan. We want to grow by this every year. But what are those things that you must do to support your growth? Okay? It's very critical because sometimes you say there are very many companies, you wake up, you start doing things, but you don't know how are you going to source your products? What do you need? What are those critical things or inputs that your company needs? In the event that if you are importing them, what is the lead time? How long does it take for that product to get here? If it is 4 months, how much stock do you need for your production for the next 3 months? So these are things now the people in logistics and supply chain will tell you. If you have to produce this amount of product, because in your projection you're going to say, we want to produce items X in a year. How much input do you need for that? So don't plan one side, plan also. Then how long does it take for it to be? How much does it cost? So do you see when you're looking for your budget, when you're looking for money, you are telling the investor, I need this money to invest in A, B, C. Every person, when you show him that plan, there's no reason why people shouldn't give you money. So the planning bit, but also talk to the expertise, people who have done these things. They're going to, and like I said, this expertise, If you're looking for mentors, be strategic. If you can have 5 mentors. You can have someone in supply chain who is going, you come to me and we are just having a cup of tea. I'm giving something for free. You'd have others paid for $1,000. But I'll tell you because we've created a relationship, or you've decided, you know what, I want you to mentor me in this line. So that's another simple strategy. The other question, the last one was on electrodes. No. Again, find out from Google. There's, I think, an app for supply chain. They will tell you, number one, where to source them, at what price, and also they always ask how long does it take for it to land here, because of the value chain. And also some companies might limit on quantities to purchase, because you're not the only person using them. Again, look at your competition. When we talked about business research, you must know who are your competitors. You can make a phone call or befriend someone, ask the guy in logistics or even the owner of the business, where do you source? You could actually add, if all of you is the same problem, say, you know what, next time you are purchasing, can I add and we increase our order?
Joint purchase.
Joint purchase. All these things you must plan, and when you find the pain point, look for a solution.
My name is Chief Naricius. You have talked about innovation and having systems in place. But all these things come to count when we have a clear mindset. So allow me ask you 2 questions about mindset. Every year we make plans, goals for entire year. Chances are very high that most of us, we have not even achieved goals for last year. And we have now set other goals for this year. And as of now, we are diverting from those goals. Where is the problem? That's one. The second question, if you allow me, you have talked about discipline, but consistency in business. But me, I feel, to me, we need something to inspire us. So, as you, Mr. Duncan, what keeps you going? Why do you show up every day? I thank you.
That's extremely a very good question. You remember what I started with? Passion. Passion is something no one even, it's within you. Your desire to succeed in everything you do. I'm sure all of you, majority of you have finished uni.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe all your dreams was to get a first class.
At first, yes.
But along the way,
You make Mr. Kavanda.
very many things. But I want you to reflect, maybe in your 3rd year or 4th year. You know, 1st year is, yes, you're trying to find yourself. 2nd year, you've mastered even some lectures you don't go, you know what to say. But I think for 3rd year and 4th year, you realize, hey, my CGPA is actually below. So there's always that wake up call or that passion. And guess what? When you choose to do something well, the results, all of us are equally intelligent people, but the input. So if you have a business, like I said, by the way, the business creates systems that are going to check you. For instance, if we say, I need to make 1 million every day, you put it there. But do you wait for end of year to check whether you made 1 million every day? It is useless. So again, the concept I've told you that, or sometimes your companies, you find people are having meetings and they send you a report. You know, you do a report and throw it in. But there's the owner of the business. If you are a business owner, number one, you put in money. That money, either it was a loan, which you must pay, or that money is it's your capital, or you sold something. So you're under pressure to make sure that that money is turned around to sustain you. Again, we said why businesses fail. Certain things we do, them you learn along the way. That sometimes you're making 200,000, but you eat 400,000.
I don't know how we do it, but
works out in some way. You
understand?
wonder where
So no, you've eaten capital.
more than what you've earned.
You understand? You've seen shops. Someone has is a shopkeeper. Number one, always get to know what is your margin. That's a dispute. What is your margin in your business? What is capital? Number one, never eat capital, because that business will. So if again, the concept of I've told you of the financials. Sometimes we might not know financial, but get a finance person. Tell me, my friend, and that's why leverage on friendship. Befriend people. I have engineers, doctor, prescription. I never go to a doctor because I have very many doctors. They'll prescribe for me things for free. So again, in your friendship, pick people that you feel are going to help you in your business. People who are in the same business, who are better than you, but also people in lines. If you want an engineer, if I want any project with an engineer, I have like 4 engineer friends. When I start, I will take you, we go and visit. You'll give me qualified information that I should have paid for. Maybe the pay is after we'll have a cup of tea. But I also tell you, by the way, I would have paid this. But in the event you want anything in financial, the same. If he has anything for financial, I'll give it to him the way it is. I say, here, make a decision. So try to find out from your colleagues, and all of you have been at uni, the people who are doing well in certain areas. But please, for any entrepreneur, never eat your capital.
Never. I think that is
What does that mean? The discipline we want is, if you've made 10K as your profit, you know that the best I can have actually is 5K. Because also don't eat everything. Because there are other costs that are coming that are not planned for. Then 2, let the business grow. Separate business and your money. Majority of you, I bet you run your businesses the accounts separate from your personal accounts. If you're an entrepreneur, I'm comfortable you paying your own salary. Your cost should be a cost of the business. If you start a company, say my salary is 1 million. End of month, if the money is not there, you don't have. It means you are going to work so hard to make sure that the business gives you
Man.
If you start a business, the team you have, include yourself as part of. Don't give yourself money that the business cannot, but start small. Whether you say my salary is 500 and 500, if you want to increase it, it means you must work hard for the business to support. And usually finance will tell you, your salary, it's a certain percentage of your business. If your sales are 2 million, there's no way you're going to pay salaries for 5 million. So that's the discipline from the financial aspect that is going to keep you in check, but also make you work because you want a better. If the business makes more money, you also start. That's how you're going to have your business sustainable. I mean, someone starts, oh, you pick loans for the business, but they end up in your. Then to respect professionals. If you've employed an accountant to run your business, respect his decision. Again, remember what I told you, systems? For you not to fall a victim, put systems. Say, you know what? On my account, I'm not a single signatory. We are 2. It's your money, it's your business. But for discipline, say, me, an accountant or someone else, to pick money from that account, we must sign. Sometimes we know it's in the evening, it's a Friday night, you have a few beers, you get excited, you have the card for the business, you swipe. You are going only to remember tomorrow that that was payment for URA. But if the account, then don't allow these simple withdrawals run a business account separate from your financial discipline is very key. 2, when you're looking at your business, don't look it supporting you. Look at the people that your business supports. You have direct staff, you have your suppliers, and you have, the people you sell. Because remember, your business is solving a problem. I hope all your businesses are solving problems. Yeah. If you have a business that you're not solving a frequent problem, that business is bound to to fail.
Oh, an expensive problem.
There must be, the problem must be there, but so that people want to buy, you must create a solution. So think about the people, the solution. You're saving those people. That should drive you, that if I don't do this, look at the people that are suffering because you have not done it. So for me, think through your business, look at the people employing, the people they support. The cleaner has a family. So if that cleaner is not paid, it means the family does not have. So think through, entrepreneurs, you must think beyond the people you see. Think at the country, think at because now that is what will drive you. If you're, then too, do you know the number of your clients? So there must be certain things in your system that gets you excited. Imagine you started a business, your customers are 3. Next week, they are 10. Next week, they are 15. And you hit 10,000. Do you know, even if you're not making that money, but in your heart, you feel you're solving issues for 10,000. I think for any entrepreneur, so the numbers come from the people. Even for you ahead, monetize it. If each person is saying, if I get 10,000 from each person, how much money will I make? That will drive you to make 20. That will say, you know what? The next target is I want 200. So when they turn 100, you know your wallet is. So understand your business from that perspective. And I think I've realized it in Barara. It's like most of our businesses, we feel we're doing favor to people. I'll be honest, I found in Barara we have the worst customer service. Yeah, that's my pick.
You're clapping for something.
No, because I've been saying.
I'll giving you an example. I went to a petrol station. Restaurants, what people might, but a petrol station.
We have a petrol station here,
not this one. I feel it's one of. I used to find it the quickest, but I bought a coolant. Someone gives me a coolant, and there's no one to put it in the car. I had never seen that. On a petrol number, I'm buying your product, then someone gives it to you. So I ask her, what next? The truth is, the customer service, and even you as an entrepreneur, do you know your customers? Who buys your product? Do you bother to find out? You as an entrepreneur, you must call, find out who buys it. They give you feedback. You come and redefine, get better and get better. But if you put a product out there and there's no response, competition will kill you.
So my question is, one of the factors that has been always maybe underrated is business location. With the young guys, you come in a place like in Barara, you find, for example, on High Street, some businesses have been there for years. So you find it hard to get a good spot or a good location for your business. So you find you are going into maybe Bukubo, and I'm someone who believes that business location also contributes much to the customers you get. So what advice would you give to a young upcoming entrepreneur about that aspect of getting a good business location for his business?
100%. We all can't be on High Street. We all can't be. But you remember what we started with about research? For any business, I'm encouraging you, before you start a business, please do a simple. The business location is determined by your market niche. Whom are you targeting? Who is your customer? If you have a product that your customer is the market lady or the lower side, I'm sure the location is not on the high street. So if we do our research and find out who our customers, you will get a location that specifically fits into your clientele. Two,
I think before you leave that, there's a belief we have that for business to work, it must be in the city center.
Yes.
So when you told me that my niche is in what Kabuyanda,
Exactly.
I may not understand you.
No,
because I want to be there on Izevu complex.
Now, good, which is a wrong perception. Is a complex? You're a startup. How much is rent? You don't have money. Actually, all the money you've collected, you can't pay even rent for 3 months. So what happens? Do you see how you have a very good idea, but you've killed it by loading big expense for because you want to be? Two things. After you've done your research, knowing where your customers are, the next question is, how do I reach my customers? What is the mode of communication? Is it WhatsApp? Is it radio? Is it, you understand? So how do you communicate to your customers based on your location? So the channel of communication is based on your clientele. If they are high end, they watch NTV, it means you're going to advertise. If there are people, now you find your clientele, they are not people who watch TV, but you're paying expensive adverts because you have the money.
You're using newspapers.
You understand? So I think for me, there are critical things that we must do at the point of forming our idea.
For example, Bugatti, you can never find Lamborghini advertising on TV.
Yeah, not every a Lamborghini customer does not watch even TV.
Yeah, they don't have time for that.
You understand? So for me, it's very critical to identify your market niche. Now that one is going to guide you on location and communicate. Where should you place your product? Sometimes you find, for instance, let me use this. This could be a product for maybe low middle income. People might not, but you might find I've placed it in supermarket and a pharmacy. How often do those people go to those areas? So this product will come back when it has. The product is very good, but we've placed it in
supermarket.
And it takes you, by the way, it takes you a short time to remember your marketing student, your friend who was in marketing class, to give you this information for free. Even you can tell him, you go and try, you make, for each bottle you sell, 1,000 is yours. He goes and creates market for you. Maybe you'll pay him for 6 months, and that's it, and your product is moving. So the model we use in reaching out to our customers, based on the product you're doing, is very critical on the success of our businesses.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm Ezekiel. My question is, what are those principles that govern you when you are doing your ventures, when you are doing your business? You know, there are some principles, be like when you cross this, even if you are my best worker, you have to go. What are those principles you follow? Then another reminder, when we are jazzing before others came, there's something you tackled about that there are 3 things you can do and get money without money, and you get money. If you can get time, we'll also tackle them.
There are critical principles, one, from a personal level. 2, usually business and personal level, they are related. But number 1 is honesty. Honest is to yourself, not to anyone else. Remember? Always be honest. When you enter your room, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? What you tell that person you see in the mirror is what you should tell the next person outside. So that's a personal principle, that you must be true to yourself. If today I was supposed to have lunch for 50K, but I have 20, I shouldn't be seen in a restaurant where they're selling food of 50 when I have 20. No, that day I'll move to a restaurant where I can get food of 20. So you must be true to it, and that's what is killing majority of the young people.
I just want I wanted to add something on that. We the only way to survive, I'm talking from a certain perspective, that sometimes the only way to survive for us, most people in this day and era, the confusion, everything, we always find a safe place in delusion. Being honest is hard to ourselves. Actually, it's easier to be honest to other people than to ourselves, because you look at where you are and where you want to be and see the gap, and you feel heartbroken. Like, on a serious note, because let me give you, it's not even an example, but it happens because someone, like, I mean, life is short. That's some of the things we use. Life is short, and you don't need an iPhone 15 or 17, but it's necessary for your mental health in one way or the other. It's a deep conversation, and when you talked about it just on the surface, I felt like there's something we're not understanding, because being honest to myself means me accepting that I'm broke.
If you're broke, yes.
Yes.
You work on it.
And that's
And you work on it.
that's a very hard
I think
thing
that's
to do.
a big topic.
It's
Actually,
a
that's
very
another
big topic.
talk.
So probably we may get some time to.
No, that's another talk. And,
Yeah.
and specifically for the current generation.
Yes.
And all of us who have parents, all of us, I'm sure, do you know the sacrifices they go through to have us where we are? You remember your dad, a shirt is torn, the shoe is down, but at home, we all live home, but when we come to town, we live a different, but my take on that is it takes maturity. Now that's, for me, that's the level of university student. University students, you can still live that way because you are still on transfer earnings. Your uncle can give you money, your parents, when you leave uni, this is the reality. You start living on your own, paying rent. So, and we need to learn from other cultures. I usually use the Indian culture. If you ever see an Asian Indian driving a car, he has over 500 million on his account.
That's a key lesson.
They stay where they work, they ride board, they ride bajajes, they live a simple lifestyle. Here, when you start, and we brag about it, when I'm a managing director of this company.
I need an XV.
Even when you get a grant, the first money, instead of building into your business, the status, you want to fit in society. I want to encourage you that, please, the most rich people, when I call rich, are people who are not running on bank loans. People who have wealth. They
Yes.
live simple lifestyle. You guys, all the tech people. You see how they dress?
Yes.
They put on their t-shirts,
This-
$5 t-shirts.
Like a cool there.
This guy,
With technologies.
just actually recently at the World Economic Forum,
Musk.
yeah, Elon Musk came in a certain t-shirt and a kajampa, and guys, we are putting on very expensive suits.
He's the owner of the money. So you are the owner of, you don't need anyone to judge you. All you need is just be smart and neat. That's all you need.
The MP elect for a good friend okay, it wasn't my friend, we used to beat them seriously, Maseruka. Yeah, you saw that thing that
The taste
my ideal woman has changed
After becoming
after becoming MP.
We all know that. That whenever
Yeah.
you get money, actually you've not even gotten it. Let's be honest. We don't have money. When you meet people who have money, and again, I want you guys to aim higher. The reason I've told you get mentors, it's one of the things you learn. I learned that. The person you feel, you'll find you're more dressed than the person who is 20 times richer than you.
Mentally.
This person is eating in a simple, as in they value. By the way, for me, if you want to be successful, value money. There are things you shouldn't be spending on. Okay. There are places you shouldn't be going. Those are if you are valuing money.
Valentine is coming.
So I think that's a very that topic, because now you are speaking, there are some people who are getting it in the wrong way. They sting people. So you need to touch that to differentiate valuing money and being stingy. It's a totally different concept.
No, valuing money is, remember what I told you, if you do the system, remember you're spending your money.
It's not the same.
You remember what I said, if your salary is 1 million, are you going to spend 4?
No.
Because you can't spend what you don't have. So that discipline is going to put you in shape. And mostly people who have businesses. For me, a person who doesn't have a business, it's okay. If you're working and you're paid salary, it's fine. But a business owner, one of the things that differentiates you from salary earners, you understand the value of money. I will leave it at that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dennis. Duncan, sorry. So mine was about the farm. I'm more interested in farming, much as you didn't touch it. Not these days, by the way, you need to stop that.
Okay.
So I'm more interested in farming, and much as you didn't go deep into it, I would like to know what happens at the farm. What do you do better to make it, like that deep? What is there on the farm? Can we come and visit? Things like that.
I think for that, not to preempt I think at the appropriate time, either your next discussion can be at the farm, or you tell me you'll have an invitation to come and we'll be at the farm. Because very many people have asked me about that. And I think for me, when you're ready, create time. I'm here up to next week. Choose a day. We can have a farm tour. We can have a discussion actually. After you go and see then. But the farm, there are quite a lot of, I think, you weren't here, had talked about it, and also to answer his question on things you can do to make money. Why you don't need to
By the farm first.
So the farm is an agro-tourism and training farm. So we do about 3 things. We do agriculture, where we have both livestock and crop production. So livestock, we have cows, goats, sheep, turkey, birds, goat. Then the other side, we have plantation, we have coffee, we have gonja, plantain, which is, that's one of the things I wanted to tell you guys. If you have even 1 acre of land, throw that damn thing there. Before you make 2 steps, the thing is up, and you don't go to the market. The market comes to the farm. Gonja. How much money do I need to start? Just need, if you have land, you need labor for people to dig
And you
and
plant.
drop those damn things.
Planting. Okay.
3 months you'll be working. The people, you're not going to go to the market. The people who sell it will come
For you.
and they'll buy it before it has. And you decide what price. Say, for instance, 20K. If you have, say, 1,000, think say 20K. So whatever comes out, so they'll put your money here, you walk away. You wait for others to come.
Enkumbi terimba.
The other thing, all of you, I'm sure all of you, we talked about honey. Honey is #1 product that is on demand everywhere. I was asking him, how many of you know a cost of a beehive? Say it louder. For me, I said the beehive.
10,000?
How much?
Okay.
How much is a bottle of beer in one of top bars?
10,000.
So
10,000
how
Uganda
many
shillings.
beehives do you drink every night? These
Spartan.
things, all you need is place them in the, and walk away. After 2-3 months, you'll be harvesting. Let me tell you, if you have 5 kilograms of honey, you're a different person. And guess what? Those bees, you don't pay them, by them. There's nothing. The cost you need is 10K to have.
The beehive.
What if you say now, you start alone, but now in the neighborhood, and these projects, please involve the community. Because the community is going now to give you more. So if you go with 50K, you're buying 5 of them. Give them to each house, women and youth. You're mentoring these young people. They are going to be looking after them. And when bees are many in an area, it means now, the production becomes and they multiply much faster. So you do it as a personal project for your community. And whatever we do, even in your companies, think about the community. Don't be rich alone. The farm, that's what we do. Most of the products we do, we involve all the trainings we do.
Driving impact.
We have to have an impact in the and that has helped us to have certain grants that help us to make even more money. So please, whatever venture you're doing, do not forget your community. Don't forget where you came from.
Community engagement.
Community engagement is very critical, but also not everyone in your community is lucky enough like you. But you can impact. Again, we said there are people who are looking up to you. You can imagine there's a young boy who wants to be like you. When you give him something small, he might value it more than you do because he looks up to you. Give them career guidance. These are young people, you know. You guys have been, you're a bit exposed. Transfer your exposure back to you. The better the community, you know, those are your potential customers for your business. Those are the people you're going to employ in your companies because you've touched, you know, you've shaped their thinking and you've given them direction at an early, which most of us, unlucky, we didn't get. But you guys, you know, through this follow, there's a lot of knowledge shared. There's a lot of, you know, information you're receiving. Don't sit on it. It's important that also start grooming young people, show them direction. It's not about money. It's about the guidance that these people can be better people. Those could be your future accountants. Those are the people who can actually drive your company a notch higher by you engaging them at an early stage.
Okay. Thank you very much. I hope all our questions have been answered well.
Thank you.
And you've talked about a critical aspect of don't sit on knowledge, transfer knowledge. And I remembered something that knowledge transfer actually brings about capacity building, which in turn drives impact in the community. Yeah, so thank you very much, Mr. Duncan Aturinda, and for sparing your time to be here even past the time we expected you to be here, because you're such a very busy man.
True.
And I hope we are all satisfied. Our questions have been really answered. So before we go into the last session of our talk, I understand we're already beyond time, and I would request you to give your final remarks and tell us what you take of us. Do you think we are a good congregation that actually focused, looking toward making the future better, or we are lacking something? So in that regard, I would request you to give your final remarks and also what you recommend to us, and who would you want to sit here next?
Thank you very much. Again, Tim, I want to take this opportunity for inviting me. I think it was Mary. Yeah, she.
Who came late?
We met in another forum for innovation and at MUST. I do quite a lot of work with them. So
Okay.
she intimated us like, I love talking to young people.
Okay.
It's a passion for me because we were talked to. So like I said, I'm also
Transferring knowledge.
transferring it back. Whatever, anything that I can share with you, I'm always available. If time allows, as long as I'm in Mbara, I'm more than willing to, not to sit here next time, also to sit and listen.
Yeah.
It's also very important.
And
One
one
of
of them is talking.
One, the other thing is I'm a Rotarian, so
Oh.
I love
Service above self.
service above self. So
That is something we share
Rotary
in
Club of
common, yeah.
Kampala Central.
Oh.
I'm PE, so next year I'll be a president. So
Guys, P is a president elect.
president elect. So
Incoming president.
Hi,
Yeah.
bro.
so first July, I will take over. Meaning but again, it's a volunteer work. I'm extremely busy, but I'll create time. So this takes me to one of the things. Number one of the things when I was still in management, when the meeting is at 8, you come 8:05. You are too early for the next meeting.
Yeah.
So it means, and guess what? I developed a team that was time conscious. Because time is very critical in whatever we do. You make an appointment, so every time you lose time, you cannot recover. It's one of the things we can never recover. So one of the things I really want to encourage you as entrepreneurs, push your team. And this works in everything we do. Let it be meetings, let it be work, let it be function. I'm one of the people, the function is at 8, it starts at 9, you'll not find me there. And I'll not be guilty. If you
It is
put
very evident that
no,
you
if
came
you
early.
put it in yourself,
Yeah, so
it's one of the things that will save you money, because time, I believe that time is,
money.
if you take it that way, for any reason, if actually, if I find I'm too late, I'll apologize, don't shout. I'll tell my people, if you know you're 20 minutes before time, postpone the meeting.
So you're not a better late than never person.
No. For me,
Okay.
it's time, because you know what? Everything is scheduled. So when you miss this, you're going to miss. And again, you can't keep explaining to someone. You understand? So what do? I will kill one, say, you know what, can we reschedule? So that I can,
Continue with that.
because I can't be let into
It makes
into
out of
meetings. Yeah,
sense.
so it's one of those mantras that I really try to push, that if you, and it's a habit and it's a trait. As a young entrepreneurs, push your teams below. Time is of essence, and just tell them time is money. If I have a meeting at 8, it's 8. We are trained, come 20 minutes before time. Kampala, we say jump. It's never an excuse I listen to.
Start early.
Because it's not an emergency.
Yeah, we know it, jam is
So you know jam is, so it's one of the things the teams I work with, they know me about that. Time is
Money.
time. Number 2, I really want to appreciate this. You guys, what you're doing, you will not appreciate it because you're doing it and you think it's easy, but you're creating a critical mass of young people that are going to learn and support each other and create an industry.
Guys, a round of applause for that.
So please,
talking about us, all of you.
yes,
Hey.
this idea, I really want to encourage it. And if you can get a critical mass of people
Okay.
and you help each other,
We are creating the Silicon Valley.
please, and
Yeah,
third
in
space,
Where's
when time comes, we will also host you at our office. Maybe, you see now, different places. I'll host you at the farm.
Yeah.
But also later, we want to see how can we help the people in Mbarara.
Okay.
How can we will be available as third space. If you have an idea that you feel, for now, I'm telling you, I'll give you for free, maybe the first 10 people.
Guys, and all of
Your
us have
ideas?
ideas here, so
I
such,
can-
such an opportunity.
I can have, you want systems, you want route, anything you want,
Mentorship.
because you want mentorship. We're looking for, now when I give it to you, the reason I'm giving it to you, I know you're going to give it to someone else. You understand? So the multiplier effect. So
The ripple
we
effect.
want to share what we know with you, so that we can create a generation of young people that can create companies that can have impact in our community.
Okay.
That impact, but you're also making. So I want to see successful entrepreneur people in Mbarara.
Hallelujah.
So then too, one of the areas that also I wanted to share with you, areas that are going to, you can start thinking through, mostly people at uni. One area is fintech. These are areas that are going to grow in Uganda for the future. Fintech, we are having MomoPay, we are having Airtel, now we have Pack Center, which are revolutionizing the money economy. You see, remember, you guys have no idea, banks used to open at 8 and close at midday,
When was that? Before we were born?
before all of you were born. Where we started from, banks used to use
I
ledgers.
was not there.
The people are accountants. You take your money, they register in their ledger, they also give you a book. I'm sure your parents used to have books. Circle, actually, they continued. But
You were
I
there.
want you to compare then and where your bank is in your phone. What does that mean? That technology has accelerated much faster, that you guys, you can leverage. You can create all your solutions and receive payments without even anyone going to the bank. Money will be So fintech is one area you guys, and fintech does not only mean people to do it, but also your businesses. So plan your businesses to collect money and receive payments and make payments when you're using MTN to generate money. You can tap on MTN also to generate.
So there's always a niche.
There's always a niche. The other area is agri-tech. I've told you, as urbanization is increasing, very few people are going to remain in agriculture. But guess what? As the population increases, the demand for food
Increases.
so there's a generation of ideas. So think through,
increases.
how do you, there's a guy called, by the way, in that you could just create a platform. You don't have to be in the value chain. I want you, but that's an area you could create a platform where you're linking both farmers and sellers and information. There's a lot you can do in that area where you can make
like
money.
digital markets.
Something like that.
Okay.
Food prices. Which market has the best product? Which market is it? Korano area. You do make it local. Just start with what you have.
Okay.
But if I want to buy, which area has a better price for matoke? You understand? So, but it's in the, and now those people will actually go on your platform and they start, every time they're using, you're earning. So we must now agri-tech. That's an area I've talked about. The guys who are into irrigation systems, guys who are doing drones about weather to get the moisture, to send that information to the developers. All this money, there's money that keeps changing. Developing new systems. Drugs, we have a problem of drugs, but who has the genuine drugs and who has the fake? There's lack of information. So you can play a niche in any of those areas. The other area is where you need to think through is the healthcare.
Healthcare.
Healthcare, imagine right now, all of us fall sick. It's either you, your child, or your parent. So you'll be purchasing medicine. And one of the things I found actually in Bara, that medicine is very expensive. You know why? Sometimes it's lack of information.
Or even misinformation.
Misinformation. So how about you create a platform where you are linking pharmacies about their pricing? The pharmacy can be in Bara, another in Kampala. Guess what? If we're all facing the same thing, if Panado is sold at 2K, but I see in the group another person is selling at 500, chances are that I'm also going to reduce mine. Why? Because you're creating a network where even people would now be looking at what is the right price for. So you are stabilizing the market, and whoever logs onto your platform is paying.
Money.
There's money you're generating. You're not a drug, you're not doing any drug, but you're creating a platform for people to see the genuine. What does that mean? The biggest challenge you have in this market is counterfeits. There are people selling fake things because there's no visibility of the genuine people. These are all things. I have a friend, he's creating a system where you can actually order for drugs at home, and now the pharmacist will deliver your specific house.
That's interesting.
It's working. Why? Because again, ordering, you're going to order from the legit person and with the right price. So I'll go through 5 pharmacies, I'm looking for this drug. It's the same drug, different.
And I think also that reduces stigma for some of the
So
diseases that are stigmatized.
that's one area where people should think through, the guys who are in tech. The other one definitely is education. That one at Third Space we are in. You know what Refactory is doing?
Yes.
EduTech.
Yeah, I could talk to the CEO, he's my good friend, so next time. But you can come Third Space. because we are doing the same. So the concept is, how do we tap into the young people, mostly in the Western region? Now, when you're doing that, you're picking data, because the next goal is data. Whoever has information will be the king, because it's that information, the market, all of you, your products, you're looking for market, and I have the information, so you must plug into my system to get information, and you plug in, you pay. So whoever plugs in, all these retail companies, all of them, they have no choice. The future is we can walk in here. They will tell you, CJ, most companies now, the food stores, they sell more on delivery than the walk-ins. Because the community of young people, they want deliveries at their apartments.
Their convenience.
So convenient. We are here, we're having a party. We'll make an order for 100
people
orders, and they will deliver at our
convenience.
We don't need to go. So start thinking through the solutions that the community needs. You'll make money. Wow. With those few words, I'm really excited being with you. Okay. And I look forward to having more such meetings.
Okay.
But most importantly, thank you guys for this idea. Please invite as many young people of like mind, where you can have a strong community. Vet through the areas that are lacking. Invite people that are in those spaces so that you can have a slightly global picture of the solutions for your communities.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Before you conclude, I would like to know who do you recommend to sit in your seat next Friday?
In terms of someone for a topic or anything?
Yeah. Someone who would come and facilitate, because we meet every Friday and we normally invite a guest speaker.
Yeah, I would want someone to talk. You remember the topic we postponed?
Yeah.
The topic we talked about of, I don't know how to term it, but someone talking to people, mostly young people.
The honesty.
No, just someone telling you who you are, as in someone talking to you about how to manage,
The social media anxiety.
Even now, all of you are entrepreneurs, but how to manage that space. You see, you've graduated from uni, but you're entering a space where you're going to start making money. How do you manage that? You from
like,
school, the transition,
branding.
personal, branding, but also maybe self-management. How do you manage when you start making some little money? Not really, but that's for me, because you need to know how to manage that wealth you're building. You need to get that information at an early stage. Sometimes people, when they get little money, even guys who don't have money, they talk badly. But the truth is, there are people, so you look for someone who has been successful and on how to manage, I don't know.
They are still good people.
Yeah.
But there are very many people you even meet and, step on, but they own, and it's a trait. And by the way, in Europe, you're taught that. Here, which we lack. They teach you how to manage money, how to manage wealth at an early
stage.
It's a full course. And
Okay.
unfortunately in Africa, it's one area, and it explains why our businesses fail most. Because we don't know how to manage wealth.
Okay,
we don't know how to manage success. I don't know the right word to use.
Managing success.
So we shall look for.
So
an
you
individual
can
in
look
that
out
area.
someone who was already successful. Then he gives you a live example. Good people, allow me to catch up with the next meeting.
5 minutes.
Okay.
So thank you very much for being so much insightful and elaborate. Indeed, this knowledge requires paying for, but you've offered for free. Maybe because you subscribe to Rotary, we shall get to know. But thank you very much. So we are going into our last session, and it's just a fun session, about 5 minutes.
One answer.
You just tell us, it's an opinion kind of session where everything is right. So you just tell us what you think. So I'll start with about 5, and then my colleague Victor will close up the session. So thank you very much. So if you could go back, the question goes, if you could go back 10 years and give one piece of advice to yourself starting out in Uganda's digital space, what would be that kind of advice? Just one piece of advice. If you could go back when you're just entering Uganda's digital space.
I should have started much earlier.
Okay, that's interesting. Should have started earlier. Okay, so Uganda Cranes or Arsenal?
Uganda Cranes. I'm not an Arsenal fan. Actually, I'm a Tottenham fan.
Okay. You're nowhere on the map. Okay, so agriculture or digital finance?
Both.
Okay. As a fresh graduate, car or house first?
None.
Okay.
No, it's a question.
Business. It's
And
not.
it's my
you
opinion.
entitled to it.
And
I mean,
that's the knowledge I'm giving
you'd
you.
rather
None. No.
Photoshop this.
Invest money.
Okay. Solo.
Don't buy a car,
Okay.
don't buy a house.
Okay. Solo proprietorship or partnerships?
Partnerships.
Starting with a registered company or starting Robadoba still unregistered?
Registered.
Registered. Okay. Finally, Bukayo Saka or Muhammad Salah?
None.
Tottenham guy. Okay.
Yeah, so guys, we are
I would go for Romero, but he's not.
a World Cup winner. So guys, thank you so much once again. I'm just going to ask him, and then when he leaves, I don't know how we are going to do it, because Auntie does take a pic with him. But then, okay, let me just do quickly, like 2 minutes. There are some few things I need to pass here. One of them is he has talked about us building a community. It's important that apart from just us listening to people, we grow as members, okay? So we are trying to think through on that. Most of you are involved. You are going to be involved in the process of how we can grow our businesses, and then we reach a time when we are saying that this is the Entrepreneurs Lodge Mafia somewhere, when you are the guys who are owning the businesses. So for a discussion on that, after this, for those who are interested, and those who are supposed to be here, please stay. Another thing I want to talk about, very important, we talked about giving back to the community. Avoda Run, there is an Avoda Run which is happening on Janan Luum Day. It's a run for innovation, and you are invited. Actually, it's organized by Avoda, which is appropriated by Professor Joe Wazira from last year. It's a wonderful thing, and we are calling upon you guys to come. First of all, participate in the run, but also we are trying to get the young people, we are talking about the students, high school students, to come and join the innovation ecosystem. It's very important, please. If you can pay for a student, it would be nice, just 25,000 to come and participate. That same money is going to be used on them, the students, to probably take them to third space and then get this kind of knowledge and everything. So it's a good thing. For those who are interested, please reach out. You can reach out to me, or you can reach out to Eliud. And also on 4th of February, Edward Kaziri is going to be hosted for the Avoda Talk online. I will share the link to you guys. Please try to find it out. Thank you so much once again. And my last 5 questions are here. There's something I wanted to ask, but it's okay. Time. It's about relationships. Yeah. No. Okay, we shouldn't go there, but it's about you don't have to answer. Just to think about it, you may reply online. It's about relationships, because you realize that most of us, when we are starting, we are still struggling. Is this woman adding on me, or are they removing from me? Are they vital for my business, or are they going to crush me down? We have had the stories. So probably you.
That's one. I'm a family person, so that's why we could have a topic.
Maybe one word on that.
No, again, remember what I said.
Time.
Focus.
Okay.
Yep. And passion. You can't run if it's relationship right now at your level. First, focus on one thing.
Business.
Because that woman without that man, or that man without. You're likely to move. First, focus on one thing. Anything that is taking your time off your pack.
Okay, finally, for the final questions. One habit you had to unlearn.
Trusting friends.
Trusting friends. That's interesting. Shall I have a more discussion after this?
Because there must be a clear cut, specifically on business. Business and friendship, like even spouse, I could help on that. if we are to go in business, when we enter business space, for people who will find you're doing business with their spouse, we are directors, we are not spouses. When we leave office, we can drive back home as husband and wife. But work is strictly
Work. Wow. A book that challenged you, your perspective.
a book that challenged me. Now in that, like reading or
Yeah. When you read it, it changed your perspective on things.
no, The Art of War.
Wow. One of my best
Yeah,
books.
that one really made very many things clear. to
Yeah.
me.
One myth about innovation you think shouldn't be there.
Any of you can be an innovator. Innovation here tends to be taken to be like the IT people.
Yes.
You don't need to be an IT person to innovate.
Anyone can innovate.
Innovation is about the idea. Majority of all these people, I think they don't even own anything. But I need an idea and I put a team together to execute. So you don't need to be an IT person to innovate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, or Peter Thiel?
Elon.
Elon Musk. Wow.
He's the guy, let's be honest, at the moment.
At the moment, okay. What is your best Ugandan song and musician?
Unfortunately,
You're always in business.
I'm not, no, I'm not a fan.
You must have
Ugandan-
something, yeah.
been Elijah Chitaka, but I don't remember. There's this. I know how to play.
Karakata.
Yes, Elijah.
Data bando, daily bando.
Daily band.
Yes. Karakata.
It's what I think plays in my radio, most of it. I think it's on repeat. So
Wow.
that moment when,
Daily bando and a daily. Okay.
yeah.
Then finally, for the generational question of all time, the question which has brought issues to people, the question which has divided the world, but for no good reason. I mean, for a person really who understands football, it's a
obvious.
simple question. It's very obvious. Messi or Ronaldo?
Miss.
Yes! Finally, guys, a hand clap to Duncan. It has
Thank you,
been
guys.
amazing.
Thank you, guys.
It has really been amazing.
for knowing
Thank you
the
so
votes.
much. Yes, and also for knowing Messi that is the best.
No, but if you know football,
Yes.